My garden is actually starting to produce. Let's go check it out. I don't have a lot of plums this year, but I have some, which is nice. There's been kind of a stone fruit crisis in this county. A lot of people who had peaches and nectarines and stuff like that are having trouble with their harvest. So these came out great. They're still a little hard, but in a few more days they'll be ready to go. My first zucchini. This plant I sowed directly into the ground with the seeds. Came out great. Judging from the other blossoms, etc., I should have more zucchini in the next few weeks. Rhubarb is having a hard time. It's been having a hard time for years. I'm going to see what happens with this, but it might be its last season. I originally had 2 yellow pear tomatoes here, but one of them got dug up for some reason, so now I just have 1. I do have an extra seedling I started, and I'll probably transplant that here today or the next day. I started all my tomatoes from seed. Here are 2 better boys. They are getting too big for the smaller cages I put on top of them, so I'm going to have to remove those. I did that actually for their own protection. I'd had strawberries in here and the cat was laying on them and killing them, and I didn't want that to happen to the tomatoes. This has been my most successful tomato so far. It's something called a Paul Robeson, and I got it from Baker Heirloom Seeds. They have a store in Sonoma County, and I walked in and I said, listen, I'm in the mountains, I have a short growing season, not a lot of sun, what do you suggest? So they suggested this. I tried it last year, it wasn't so successful, but this year it's been really great. Started it from seed also and transplanted it in. Miniature pumpkin is doing so well too. I don't have any pumpkins yet, but there are flowers. When the landscapers came through to clean up the half acre here, they accidentally completely cut off my Thornless Blackberry plant, and I was not happy, but evidently it has come right back up just fine. I have a second one too. 2 came in the pack, so I was happy to see this has rejuvenated itself. I have a couple of beets growing here, but not enough considering how many seeds I put in, so I'm going to do another round of seeds. Chamomile came up great, but they might be a little past harvesting at this point. I was out of town and missed the window, but that's okay. As long as the plants are doing well, I'm happy. I'm going to be concentrating, I think, on transplanting a lot of my herbs. This is lemon balm. It's starting to go to seed. I need to transplant my lemon thyme and my majoram. They just are getting too big for their little pots. I transplanted a rosemary plant a few weeks ago. For some reason it's leaning towards the side of the pot, but that's okay. It's doing well, and that's all that matters. The elephant garlic is doing well, and so are the other 2 planted in the front. These are Persian chives. They are so delicious. However, this pot is too cramped for it. I have 2 of these plants, so I'm going to be transplanting this to something bigger too. If I have any regrets about this garden, it is putting so much space into the onions and garlic. I did not get a really good yield. A lot of stuff got dug up or died or whatever, and I tied up 3 of my totes for, gosh, an awfully long time. I planted these in last fall, and it's just taken forever. So I have some onions and garlic left from last year that I can plant this year, and I will plant, but probably just in 1 and leave the rest free for other things. However, I did pull up some garlic, so that's kind of exciting, and I have to go now read and figure out how I cure these. Everything else out here is chugging along. My lantanas are still getting used to their new pot. There's the cat. The cat's chugging along too. Sage right behind him. And the petunias I got for $2 at Walmart in the clearance section are doing well. Everything is just finding its time and its space. I'm going to have to do some fertilizing again. I did some a few weeks ago, but it's time to do that again. Also some wood chips. Helps retain moisture. The Dianthus has run out of flowers and run out of steam. That's another one I'm going to transplant probably in the fall. I've been converting old watering cans into planters. So far I've had not much success, so I have to find the right thing in there. I think next year, or maybe even this year, I'm going to put some trailing flowers like nasturtium. So what did you think? I'm feeling very proud. This has been a hard year to garden. Had a lot of rain till late. I got sick with pneumonia, which took about 2 months away. I've been away a lot from the house, but so far so good. It's probably my best year yet. Anyway, I hope your gardens are going well, and thank you so much for watching.